to go, Trex. Your Godzilla roar is really awesome. You've been practicing since I was gone for a little bit, huh? Oh, yeah. I was getting ready for the movie review. Yeah. Sorry we were late with this one, but we have been pretty busy on, a lot of other family stuff. But Critic Creature and Trex are back with another review, and we are doing the review of the long-awaited Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire. Yeah. Wow. And I gotta say, I was blown away. Every single thing done. It was amazing. Yeah. And luckily you told me a lot about it. Like why are Godzilla and Kong not ripping each other limb from limb? Well, that's because Godzilla is up on the surface while Kong rules inner Earth. Yeah. So they have their own territories now. And there's a lot more to inner Earth than we thought. I mean, it's not two separate worlds, it's one world. And there are more and more portals. And if you remember the little girl from Godzilla vs. Kong, Gia, the last remaining survivor of her people from Skull Island, yeah. It turns out that there was a secret tribe living in inner Earth. It's incredible how they were able to stay under there. Humans living in inner Earth. Yeah. Whew. And we also get to see a whole bunch of other things. I mean, and Kong has been looking for more and more of his kind. He was always looking for a family. And we also we see Mini Kong. Yeah. Whew. And I gotta say, this little one was Mini Kong was a bit hard to get used to, but he really it took a little while for him to trust Kong, but he did. And Godzilla, he was going around the world, powering up, preparing for a fight. Yeah, it seems like the tribe people from Skull Island, now living in inner Earth, they were signaling him. Yeah. And this new threat, it involved Scar King, a ruthless, gigantic kaiju ape. I mean, he may have looked a bit scrawny, but he was strong. And did I mention ruthless? Yeah, you told me he was the most ruthless kaiju ape to ever existed in the Monsterverse. Yeah, he treated all the other kaiju apes like slaves. Yeah, and the reason why he was stuck down there is because Godzilla sent him there. Trapped him and his army down there in inner Earth. And all this time, Scar King has been trying to find a way back up to the surface so he can conquer it. But he also had something else. Yeah, he had a Titan under his control. It was like a four-legged Godzilla. Yeah, and she was, a bit of an ice queen, if you can believe it. She? Yeah, her name is Shimo. Yeah, a four-legged Godzilla kind of creature. And she was able to breathe like atomic ice. So she was the Ice Titan we saw in the trailer. And we also see a lot of other kind of Titans as well. Some new kinds of kaiju we never even thought of. And, whew, well, the action with the kaiju fights, it was insane. The story, phenomenal. The action scenes with Godzilla and Kong versus Scar King and Shimo, I mean, it was like phenomenal. Scar King had like this whip made of bone. I mean, it was like, whoo. Yeah, and at the end of it, it was like a crystal some kind of crystal that allowed him to control Shimo. And I could tell it was like bringing her a whole lot of pain. Yeah. And, wow. She didn't like to be treated like some kind of a weapon. And one of the most amazing things in this, we also get to see Mothra come back to life. She was, I mean, I did not see that coming. The people in Inner Earth, Gia's people, it was all destiny. All of it was destined. The fight with Godzilla and Kong, that whole thing, until one day it was to bring them together so they can protect the planet and to bring Mothra back. With Godzilla and Kong, they are the only ones to protect the surface from Scar King's colonization, or, warpath. And, whew, yeah, I mean, the fight scenes, the whole fight was like very, very long, but it was really, really amazing. Yeah, and what about the robotic arm they gave Kong? Yeah, the robotic enhancement. I mean, Project Powerhouse. They needed to make sure Kong was ready for threats like MECHAGODZILLA. Stuff he wasn't able to take on his own. And they really delivered. And at the end of it, Godzilla and Kong and Shimo, they defeated Scar King. Well, with a little help from Mini Kong. Yep. With Mini Kong's help, that little squirt destroyed the crystal that Scar King was using to control Shimo. She wouldn't take orders from him anymore, and in the very end, she froze him up like an ape-sickle. And then, boom! Kong smashed him up like a snow cone. And now, the other kaiju apes that are down in middle or Inner Earth are now being led by a benevolent king. King Kong himself. And Godzilla still resides up on the surface in his favorite resting spot in the Roman Colosseum. That's probably going to be his new favorite bed. And the way that Godzilla looks now, it was actually inspired by how Goku from Dragon Ball Z goes into his Kaioken state. Man, that is incredible. Yeah. Well, that's going to be it for our review of Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share our content onto with your friends. And help us reach 300 subscribers, everybody. This is Critter Creature and Trex telling you to have a lovely time. Bye!